Dhurandhar 2, or this is Dhurandhar the Revenge. I'm probably saying that wrong. And I don't know if you remember. Did you see the first one?
I never did.
No.
You saw.
Okay.
I
Well,
do
this
remember you
picks
saw.
up roughly where the last one started. Our main character here in the picture, Hamza, he is an Indian asset in Pakistan, and at the end of the last Durandar movie, the mafia family he was tied to, he secretly killed the mafia head, and now his son is in charge. But his son's kind of, he's a bit weak, although he made a grandstand by taking out one of his political adversaries and beheaded him on television. But now everyone's up in arms. You just can't murder someone in the middle of the street on social media. And so they put him in hiding. And essentially what happens is Hamza now becomes the leader of the mafia group in the main city, which is Lyria, which is basically whoever runs Lyria, or whatever the name of it is, runs Pakistan. And now Hamza is in that position. He has endorsed the Muslim candidate, and he is at the height. But the problem is now is that two things. One is Hamza's identity is starting to expose itself. Only to a few people at the moment, but it's only a matter of time before everyone figures out that Hamza is actually an Indian asset. The other thing that is happening is India is basically Pakistan. The terrorist group in Pakistan is preparing for the biggest takedown. Because why? Because Hamza's identity is being exposed. His boss tells him, now's the time. Now's the time to take everybody out. I don't care how you do it. You take them out. And basically what we have in Act 2 is basically the greatest moment of all three Godfather movies. And that's the massive killing sequence. And that happens here. Soon, all the major mafia leaders and terrorist leaders and political leaders of Pakistan are being murdered or assassinated one by one. And this leads to one final battle in which they're massing weapons and they're going to go into basically activate the incels within India and take it down. And it's up to Hamza to stop all that. This movie, I really enjoyed this movie. It did remind me a lot of The Godfather. The biggest issue I have with this movie is it's almost 4 hours long. There's a moment in between 5 chapters. So after chapter 2, we get this big card that says interval, which means intermission.
Right.
And guess what? It didn't happen. And you could hear, look, my audience, my screen was sold out. And you heard a lot of groaning from a lot of Indians in my audience. This is it's just action packed. It makes it very clear at the beginning of the movie that this is not a documentary. This is not true facts, but it could have happened. This is just action packed, a lot of blood, a lot of gore, a lot of fighting, a lot of violence. And again, you have this mafia intrigue that happens throughout. And then just like I said, a great murder sequence from a la The Godfather. So definitely I recommend this movie. The other thing is every time I review an Indian movie, anytime I say anything critical about it, that's what the comment will be all about. So I'm just going to say that I really enjoyed the movie. And 4 hours is damn too long to watch this movie.
Well, they need to put those intermission in.
And actually do it.
I mean, I saw RRR 8 times in a theater. When they put up the screenings where they had the intermission, they put up a clock. You'd have 5 minutes. It would count down. You knew how much time you had. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, there's this great Return of the King moment where look, I don't think it's a spoiler to say that there's a big battle between the big bad guys at the end of the movie. or the Hamza and the big bad guy at the end of the movie. And as this battle is being waged, and you realize that it's probably going to go maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes. I look at my watch and go, there's still another hour to this movie. And I was like, can't this movie just kind of ended there? But look, the reason I got criticized with the first one is, I mentioned that this is essentially Indian propaganda against Pakistan. And look, I'm not going to say it this time, even though it probably is true. But it's very pro-India and it's very anti-Pakistan. And and let's be honest, it's still playing out today. I mean, they almost went to a nuclear war with each other a year ago. So, there you go.
All I can say
enjoyed it. I recommend it.
You can rattle sabers all you want. What country makes the better movies?
Yeah, it's India. Sorry.